how the rich actually get their money and why you've been doing it backwards. This is the 85-15 rule nobody talks about. Here's the truth that keeps 85% of people broke, while 15% control the wealth. Rich people don't work for money. They don't save for years. They don't grind 80-hour weeks building from scratch. They do something completely different. Here's the fundamental difference. Poor people put money in the bank. Rich people take money out of the bank. The real secret is other people's money. Wealthy individuals operate on three core principles: other people's money, other people's ideas, other people's efforts. They don't perform, they don't save, they don't risk their own capital. Instead, they walk into a bank and say, "I need $500,000," and they get it. So why do banks give them money, but not you? It's not because they're smarter, it's because they know the language banks speak. You're working with your social security number, personal credit. They're operating through corporations, and that changes everything. Here's why it matters. You need sleep, eat, rest, limited capacity. A corporation never sleeps, unlimited potential. Personal credit, use more than 30% and your score drops. Corporate credit, max it out, pay it back, get more. Rich people create what's called a special purpose entity, a corporation designed to get money, not to do business. Read that again. They get money to do business. They don't do business to get money. Here's the process. 1. Create the right type of corporation, not the LegalZoom version. 2. Position it to meet bank underwriting requirements. 3. Walk in and request $100K to $1 million in funding. 4. Use that capital to build real businesses. And what happens if it fails? This is the genius part. If one corporation doesn't work out, they don't go bankrupt for 7 to 10 years. They cancel it. They create another corporation, and they walk back in and apply again. Rich people move laterally or up. Then there's the second level, where millionaires become billionaires. Stock certificates, private placement memorandums, building funds, eventually taking companies public. So why have you never heard this? If everyone rolled up in a Rolls-Royce, what would make anyone special? This isn't hidden because it's illegal. It's not taught because 85% are meant to work, 10% are meant to rule, and 5% know what's really going on. Here's the truth about the banking system. Banks are not hold your money institutions. Banks are lending institutions. They take deposits from the 85% and lend it to the 15% who understand the system. So what does this mean for you? Stop thinking you need to save for 30 years. Stop working yourself to death. Stop thinking you need perfect credit first. Stop thinking you need a proven business. Start thinking like the wealthy. What do I want to accomplish? How much capital do I need? What does the bank require? How do I position my corporation to get it? Here's the bottom line. If you want to be rich, do what rich people do, not what your broke friends are doing, not what's trending on social media, not what everybody else is doing. Because if everybody was doing it right, they'd be rich. The difference between you and someone with money isn't talent. It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's knowledge. Knowledge of how the banking system actually works. Knowledge of the language to speak. Knowledge of the structures to use. Final thought. 1,000,000 seconds ago was 12 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds ago was 32 years. That's the difference between a millionaire and a billionaire. They live in completely different universes, but they both started with one simple truth. Banks give money to those who know how to ask for it the right way. So the question isn't whether this works. The question is, are you ready to learn what the 15% already know?